Hi guys, this is Tom. It's June 4th, 2010. Um, Today I have a lot to talk to you guys about. A little bit more organized, have stuff written down this time. I was going to make today's video like calling NALCO up, which is a chemical dispersant company, or not necessarily that, but they produce a lot of chemicals that have been used in the Gulf oil spill, and I was gonna pull them up on the phone and let you guys listen to our conversation, but there was nobody that was available to talk to, not until Monday. So Monday's video is going to be in the interview with NALCO, but I have a lot to talk to you guys about, and I have to talk to you guys about NALCO, which is just, the company that's helping out with the oil spill. Now, I don't mean helping out, because they're really not. They're making things worse, but the funny thing about NALCO and the Truther Girls, this other lady on YouTube pointed out that their investors, NALCO, their investors are Goldman Sachs. Well, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny that their investors are Goldman Sachs? I'm not surprised, but I think it's one big sham and scam. Looked at NALCO's website and saw that their stocks are falling and they are in deep shit. And what better to do than push a bunch of very, very, very bad chemical dispersants into the Gulf and make them use it so you get money off of it. Anyways, BP has been using the two different chemical dispersants that NALCO provides, which is Corexit 9500A and Corexit 9527A. Both of these have never been used in this large amount of quantity. About 800,000 gallons have been used on the top of the surface of the water, and 55,000 gallons on the underwater part. And despite the EPA warning against it and telling them that it was a very bad idea, not only is it a bad idea, it's highly illegal to use these dispersants, not only just in general, but, in this large amount of quantity. And they went against it. They, meaning BP, and NALCO provided it. And next thing you know, you have all these chemical dispersants coming into the Gulf that are 3 times as toxic as the oil itself. Now, I'm going to go more into why they're doing this, but first, for a better solution, you can use the solution Dispersant. It's less toxic, it's water-based. But the problem with the Corexit 9500 and 9527A is that they not only cause respiratory problems, but they the dispersants can go from a liquid to a gas form. And when it gets in a gas form, you can breathe it in, which causes the respiratory problems. It attacks the nervous system. It affects the liver, kidney, and blood. All that. It attacks it. So these are long-term problems that we're talking about. And if you look at the corrupt power that Goldman Sachs has, and what BP did. Oh, and by the way, in Britain, the British have banned Corexit or any of those forms of it for over a decade. So it's been over 10 years since they've actually allowed this kind of stuff. So, I mean, they found out early on in the game that they knew that this stuff was toxic and it was bad. But anyways, what was I going to say? I got off track there. Anyways, the problem with this, if it gets into a gas form, it'll form into clouds, and the clouds will rain this stuff. It'll kill the plants, and it's not like DDT where it builds up in the system, although it can work kind of in that way. But if it gets into the streams and it's basically, if it gets into the clouds and rains this stuff, nothing's going to be alive, you know? So it's not good. So it's kind of like a twofold disaster, you know? And let's just say, even if this thing wasn't like a 9/11 where it was staged, let's say even if it wasn't, then this whole chemical dispersion thing is. And if it wasn't, or if it was staged, then you just have two of the most hideous crimes that were ever committed. Not only because of the oil spill, but from these chemical dispersants. Somebody's trying to kill a lot of people here. And I have a feeling who it is, and I talk about it a lot in my videos, so if you don't know who I'm talking about, then go look back at my videos. But this is ridiculous. I think these people should go to court. I think that they should not have a fair trial. I think that they should be put in jail and locked up forever. It's terrible. You know, people, this is such a low blow. If you're going to give a disaster to the people, give it to them like 9/11 did. It was a blunt disaster right in front of you. Now the fucking people, the powers that be, all the way at top, think that, oh, you know, they got 9/11, they knew, you know, they were catching on to us, man. So how are we going to do this? Oh, we're going to get a disaster, and then we're going to mask it to make it look like something else when there's actually another disaster that's going on. And while you look right, they're going to punch from the left. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But their games don't get on to me. It doesn't bother me. You know, I see through their shit like it's glass. So they're shitting glass turds at me because I can see right through it. It's ridiculous. That's all I have to say right now. I'll talk to you guys more later. Maybe if I have another rant to go on. But this just ridiculous. Do your research. Talk to you guys later.